Hey guys, this is Tyler Sunseeker. Today we're doing a full detail ceramic coat and a wet sand on the hull on a 55-foot Sunseeker. First we're going to start with washing and then prep it for the wet sanding, and after that we get into the buffing. Let's dive in.
I'm here with Sunseeker. We're currently in stage 1 process of buffing the boat. Here I have a white wool pad. This is the white pad that we use first before we go to stage 2. I'll be using my one heavy compound here, and also I'll be going in a motion, side to side, up and down, just back and forth, just nice movement. You don't want to go too fast. So here we go. Now, it's a cloth towel. We're gonna wipe. So we're gonna get rid of that heavy oxidation, which we did. The sun's glaring right now, but this is that heavily oxidized size, and this is the size that we just buffed, and this is exactly what we want.
All right, guys, right now we're wet sanding the hull. It's really oxidized. We gotta do this before we start buffing. We're using 1,000 grit right now. I got a little bit of Dawn soap with some water. Keep it lubricated as you're wet sanding. If you ever feel it grip, you use some more lubrication. Just stop what you're doing because you need to be lubricated so you don't burn through the gel coat. So I'll just do a 2 by 2 foot area or shorter length. So I'll do it like that, and then I'll keep the RPMs between like 1,100 and 1,500. So on a DA, it's about 3. And I just go side to side. I don't apply a lot of pressure. I allow the machine to do itself. And I go up and down. And you just stay in that motion. Up and down, side to side. And then once you're done doing that, I'll get my towel, wipe my surface area, and it should just look cloudy. So as you can see right here, I hit this area, it's all cloudy. The whole intention is to shave off the oxidation. It's so oxidized, you want to wet sand and shave off the little thin surface, and then before you do the first stage of compound buffing, and then the revive, and then the polish. And I'm gonna keep doing this all the way down the hull, and then after that, then I'll come back with the wool pad, with a rotary, and use some compound. And yeah, that'll be the next phase. All right, now that we're done wet sanding the whole hull, next stage would be the heavy compound with a wool pad on a rotary buffer. I did this part already. I'm gonna show you the steps with this. It's the same process as before, just using different products in a different machine. It's up and down, side to side. Because we wet sanded the surface like this, you want to make sure it's at a low RPM, so about 1,100. That's like right under 3. You can scale it, but you want to have it slow because you want to heat up the paint, but you don't want to overheat up the paint and burn through it. So it's important that you make sure that RPMs are low and you have enough compound on the body. You want to make sure it's lubricated. Okay, so I'll do this little area right here, and same thing as before. Shoulder length or 2 by 2, 2 foot by 2 foot area. Make sure it's a small area and just work it up and down, side to side. Don't rush it, take your time. Now once you're done doing that, make sure you have your clean microfiber towel. Always make sure it's folded flat like this. When you're wiping your surfaces, don't want it bunched up like that. You want it smooth, clean. Let's go circular motion, up and down, side to side, just like everything else. And that's it. And you just continue this process all the way down. And then after this, then we go to the second stage, would be the medium cut, which is a revive to correct all the swirl marks that are being created using the wool pad and the compound.
We've gone to our first step with the heavy cut and the white wool pad. Now we're going to switch over to our second step, which will be the yellow wool pad. And we're gonna go ahead and just remove all the imperfections that we had done before, kind of revitalize the rest of the body, make it look like it's got the next part of the shine, and go ahead and do a 2x2 or shoulder to shoulder area. This is basically gonna prep us for the rest of the body on our third step, which will be ready for the ceramic coat. What this is gonna do is just gonna help remove anything that we miss. It's gonna make the body shine just a little bit more too. And as I said before, it's gonna get us ready for our third step before we finally get done and do the ceramic coat.
Now we're going to begin our final process, which is the ceramic coating. I'm going to take the microfiber and I'm going to use alcohol because we want to remove any oils that are in the body. So I'm going to just put some alcohol in a towel like this. Always microfiber. Apply it to the area where you're going to work. So we'll let that dry. So now I'm going to use the applicator and just little drops. We're just going to gently just make a line across. And then you're gonna come down. And the line's down. And you're gonna wanna let this set for at least 2 minutes, and then I'll move on to another spot. So what the ceramic coat does is it protects your boat from UV rays, salt, and other things that can harm your boat. And this can last up to 24 months. We're gonna let this sit for 2 minutes. I'm gonna move on to another spot while this cures for the 2 minutes, and then I'll come back and I'll wipe this with a different microfiber towel. You don't ever want to use the same towel that you use with alcohol. So now it's time for us to go back to the spot where we started at the beginning, and we'll wipe this stuff off. And again, we just use circular motions because you want to massage this into the body. And you can see, I can see me. You can actually tell we're the glide clean these two right here. And there you have it, folks. This is what you want.
Guys, we're all set. We just finished the final stage of the ceramic coat. We just did a QC, did a walk around, make sure everything's pristine, everything's in good condition. Don't forget to like and subscribe so we can build more content for you to enjoy and also learn something along the way. Here's our final look.